Hey guys, so I have another video that I want to watch with you guys. Now, I want to watch these videos with you guys because I want it to be known that aliens do exist, right? Now, you are not only hearing from me, but you're hearing from other people, right? And we're all not making up the exact same thing. So I think it's really important that we pay attention to these videos, because there is going to come a time that this becomes more common and we're gonna be seeing them. Imagine a life where aliens and us, as a human species, coexisted, right? So I'm going to play this video now of this young lady's this young lady's alien encounter, and let's listen together and let's just see.
This is my second attempt at making this video. I look a little less shell-shocked now. I just had one of the craziest encounters with the alien beings, and it came across as something that I wouldn't have imagined would have been a type of contact. Little background story. I started channeling for the first time about 5 months ago. I've always been a healer, and I consider myself a psychic, but I can fully see the quantum realm. So that's past life, parallel lives, entities, illnesses in the body. There's just a lot of aspects to it. And I've always believed in aliens, but I've never really thought twice about it. But about 5 months ago, I started channeling for the first time. I was actually trying to connect with my body because I've been chronically sick and I've been trying to figure out how to heal myself. And it's frustrating because I feel like I can heal everybody else aside from myself. But it's a learning process. There's all these layers to different types of modalities that are coming through. I think it's for a purpose that I've been sick. So about 5 months ago, I started channeling, 4 or 5 months ago. And I was told that the aliens are coming, our government's going to fall in April, and that they're here to help. But I also seen the world gets crazy, and I think it's because, first and foremost, we the people are going to be fighting against our government. Go watch one of my other videos. There's a lot of information in that one. But also, I think for a lot of people, I remember what it was like for me when I went through my spiritual awakening, and I've always been kind of open to stuff. But I also came from a background of religious conditioning. My spiritual awakening was brutal. When you have a life that you're familiar with and conditioning that you're familiar with, and when you're introduced something to that breaks your mind, you have a really hard time adjusting to that. It took me months and months and months and months, and only now, 8 years later, am I finally to the point where I don't experience paranoia anymore when it comes to a lot of these things, and I just am finally in tune and able to recognize things. It takes a long time. So I started channeling, and I started really being connected with these alien beings. So I tell them, if you guys want to make contact with me or abduct me or whatever it is for me to get familiar and comfortable with this process, I want to be able to help our people when this starts happening, and I also want to be able to survive it. So I set the intention out there. I totally forgot about it. And then a couple weeks ago, I had an encounter where I was sleeping, and I had this really vivid dream, and I'm pretty sure I was just abducted, but that's not the type of stories that I've heard before of how that takes place. But then I was well, her bodies really can't handle a lot of this stuff, and our minds really can't, and maybe they're coming to in a way that I would be receptive to it, which is through, and I get a lot of my psychic information through dreams. It was through a dream-like state, but it didn't feel like a dream. It was one of those very realistic, I was pretty sure that I was traveling that night. And when I say traveling, I mean the soul leaves the body. We go to different dimensions, different timelines. We just kind of explore. Fast forward, the craziest part about all this is seeing all this stuff start happening, and it's oh, I'm not crazy. That actually was a channel that was coming through that was telling me, because now everybody is seeing beings in the sky. Last night I go outside. I haven't been able to see the stars or the moon in the sky any more than 2 or 3 days in the last several weeks. We don't have fog here. We don't have clouds here, but there is no stars and there's no moon, and it's been waking me out. I'm is there a dome between us and the universe? What is happening? Why can I not see a single star or moon? And I even have friends that are thousands and thousands of miles away from me that are having the same experience. They can't see anything. So I've joked the last couple nights, when I end up seeing them, I'm like, oh, they turned the sky back on. Last night I go out, and there's this like bright, incredibly bright light that's in the sky. And it looks close. It doesn't look like a planet, and it's huge. I'm talking to this light because I'm like, I don't know if you're an alien or what you are. This is not usually where a light is in the sky. And I'm seeing like airplanes, and it looks like they're flying up close to it, but it's not. It's an actual plane, so I don't know if it's like further in the distance or closer, but it's like tiny in comparison, like super small. So I just start talking to it, and I'm just pouring love into them because I really am excited that they're here. You know, they are going to help. It's going to be scary to begin with, but long term they're going to help. And I tell them, thank you so much for helping. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for doing everything that you guys are doing. And I just say that I hope that our people can make it through this. And I tell them, if you guys want to abduct me and help to heal me, I would be more than happy. I've been chronically ill for the last almost 5 years. Ever since I got COVID, I haven't been able to heal it. It's frustrating. And I was like, if you guys want to help, that'd be cool. And I go back inside. I have this dream, and there's definitely some key factors in this dream that are like, I've always had like prophecy dreams, and there's some things that stand out, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. But it's what happened after the dream. So I'm in a full dream state all night, and I'm having crazy vivid dreams, and I'm thinking like, this is weird. All of a sudden I'm not dreaming anymore, and I want to say it felt like there was like some downtime between this dream and between this experience, because it just felt calm, and it feels like it felt calm for a minute. I'm not dreaming anymore. I'm in a full vision, and I'm in what I call the quantum. It's like a black void space where anything and everything black, and all of a sudden, like, it feels like something's in the distance. Like, I'm looking at these 3 orbs that are like in a line, and this happens within a matter of seconds, and it feels like it's up over a hill. I can't really tell. Everything's black, but then like just one of them like barely shifts out and down and over, and I'm like, oh, they're the aliens. Like, how cool. Seconds, they zoom in and they hit me in my head, and I'm no longer in a vision. I am in my body, in my bed, full convulsing, and it's what I would presume what would be like if you're having a seizure. But I am like fully aware of everything that's going on, and I just remember having this sense of, they're visiting me, I need to allow this to happen, they're helping me. So I didn't fight whatever was happening, but I'm just convulsing, like shaking within, I don't know how long. It had only been a couple seconds. I just remember thinking, man, I don't want to throw up, because it started hurting my stomach. It's the one condition I gave them. I'm like, do whatever you want, just don't make me sick. I don't like vomiting. So it knocks me out of it the moment that I have that thought. And I sit up, and I'm nauseous. I'm so nauseous. But I'm just like trying to figure out what just happened. I'm like, what is going on? Immediately I go to text my friend to tell her what happened. I told her about the last time I had an encounter, and she helped me decipher it, and I was told no. Okay. So I just sat there in awe, and I'm like, who can I tell? I was like, can I tell anybody? No. Okay. Well, I want to tell somebody. Okay. So I call my mom, and I'm like telling her, and I wake her up, and she's kind of in a haze, and she's asking me questions and kind of confused. I just start feeling really nauseous, and I'm like, ugh, hope I don't get sick. So I'm like trying to breathe through it, and I'm just like sitting there, and I'm like, is this like the craziest thing? I text my friend, I tell her what's going on. I go to eat a piece of bread, and I'm told, no, that's gonna make you sick. And I'm like, that's gonna settle my stomach. And I started realizing, oh, this is integrating. Like, whatever happened, whatever frequency is in my body now, this is an integration process. So then I sat there, and I was told, you'll know when you can eat. I just got that signal as I was telling the story, and it's like, okay, it's time. Oh, sweet. I'm hungry. My stomach is burning. So I figured I'd tell you guys and make a video about it. I asked and I was told yes, that I needed to. I don't know what to make of it. I think I'm going to make a video about the dream that I had. I think there's a lot of stuff in it to decipher. I have no idea what just happened. I know that they visited me. I know that anybody that has this seizure that is not a spiritual experience is not having visions beforehand of aliens entering their body. I don't know. I've never heard of alien encounters this way, so I would love if anybody has any experiences or anything that would help with this. But also, I'll update you guys. I feel great. I'm nauseous, but I feel great. I'll keep you guys updated on what happens. If I have any new gifts that come in, if I have visions, if I start hearing certain things now, or that's kind of what I was getting is like, I think this is, yep, my ears start ringing. I think it's a partial attunement on top of everything. Kind of excited for what's to come.
I didn't have the convulsing, but I did have like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, I know for a fact I've been speaking to beings in my dreams. Which beings, I don't know. I cannot remember. It could be the Lyrans, because I see that the Lyrans visit me a lot here. I just cannot remember, and I don't even know. You know, I don't know. But I do remember seeing beings. At one point, I remember seeing like my cats turn into a Lyran in my dream. But anyways, what she was saying the other day, I couldn't eat. And I remember I was gonna force myself to eat, and something told me the same thing that said to her, no, you're gonna get sick. And I tried to not listen to the voice, and I like had almost had like an anxiety attack. Like I couldn't, like I didn't know what was happening. Like, whew. And it's like almost like an inner knowing that like I was in some kind of a like transitioning. You know what I mean? So it's like, there's so much more that's going on. There's so much more to come, and I'm so excited. And like, I feel like this is the time that like everyone should realize that there's much more than what meets the eye, you know? So if you have any interesting stories to share with me, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, my new friends. Bye.